Not sure where to go with research here. I doubt I'd ever be able to make a rocket swarm launcher. Not going to need armor. Maybe pulse charged munitions. Maybe I'll do rocket swarm and pulse charge just in case. It'd be nice to do jump packs. That'd be very, very helpful, but don't know that it's going to do me any good because you need to be able to have a tech print and then you actually have to have the material to build it. So, oh, there's a soot. That's causing some problems with the power. And the wind's not blowing. I guess I can shut some stuff off. I don't even know what's on at this point. We're getting by. No, we're not. That's actually how much power is in the grid. It's overcast, which means there must not be any wind. Cause, oh man, it's getting really cold in here. Let's do a harvest. Get in there and do that before we lose them. Negative 43 Celsius, negative 45 Fahrenheit in the grow room. That's not doing us any favors. Starting to get a little teeny tiny bit of wind. The solar's doing okay. There we go. Now it's coming back to us. We're getting sieged again. Don't these morons ever learn? Always works out pretty well for me. Let's make sure that the little robot's in the home zone here. How's it going out there, guys? Feeling a little shivery? Jeez Louise. Oh. I hate that they never flub construction. This dude's going down. Why don't we step out on the distract? They should try to run all the way around to get me, I'm hoping, versus banging on my walls. Never mind. Not a problem. Okay, so it's pretty stinking cold. It's 5 a.m. I'm going to let everybody free but Brittany. Let's go strip that dude. I bet he's got something good on. I can tell by looking at him. Mastodon. Oh, there's a dude over there. Actually sell some recon armor. That'd be nice. Alright, she's shivering at 13%. That dude croaked. Hey, we might as well see if we can get a hold of this. Oh yeah, look at that. Beautiful. Alright, I could have her haul, but I don't want to risk it. Alright, I guess we free our robot and start picking stuff up, man. The robot buddy's great, man. Really changes the game. Otherwise I'd be manually dinking around trying to get out there and grab all that stuff without freezing to death. Just big headache, really. As it stands, though, this is alright. We should smelt that. Oh, yeah. None of these barrels they keep leaving me are worth a pretty penny. There's 3 of them over there. Components, that's useful. A couple extra shells. Lots of things I can sell out of that lot. Well, we have another inspiration, and this thing fell nearby, but it's gonna be touch and go. Shouldn't have done that. How's about we just go back ASAP? I think we'll be alright, but could have been close. It is, what are we at? Last day of spring. Okay, no risk of incapacitation. Alright, where's that robot? Come on, man. Get this mess cleaned up, friend. What are you doing out there? Well, all the stuff to smelt should get me in decent shape. Someone commented, oh, speaking of which, I need to go see who commented last to name Mastic yet. But anyway, someone commented that I should have stuffed this sanguinophage fella into one of those pods. Took him with me off the planet. Treat him as a member of the team because he'd been there so long. And sadly, I'd missed that comment before I committed to getting rid of the dude. Alright, Droom Purdy. Where do I find a drum? That's probably under ideology. I don't have one. It would be up there. Have some light leather, I'm sure, and then we can set up a fire. Then we can go nuts. See if we can get some mood turnaround here. Oh, that's right. Someone also commented that they would 73% to be good. Anyway, that they would recreate by playing the drum. So I think I'll move that bad boy into here somewhere when I'm done with this. There's no, what do you call it, quality on it. So a drum's a drum. Does not add any beauty, but it doesn't have negative beauty. Boring. Yeah, that's about how it should go, right? Alright, pop that over there. We could maybe make a harp. I think you have to craft a harp somewhere. I don't think you can just make a harp. I'll be under royalty anyway, but there is no royalty. No, that's a craftable, man. Trees are ready to harvest. I'm half tempted to build the ship. Steel, plasteel. Ouch, can't do it. Maybe after we get a bunch of smelting done. We do have some people we can peel their gear off yet, but I'm doing that last after we get all the slag brought up. Why will nobody work on this? Where is Artur? Dude. Yeah, you have one job, friend. Yeah, we're using the plastil we have to keep our advanced components stockpile flush too, which is fine because we're going to need them, but doesn't make it that much less frustrating. Okay, there's one more of those, and we'll have that little dude start grabbing carcasses. 7 heaters in this middle work area space. Negative 15 Celsius. Oh, it's all over the place. Negative 13 Celsius, 8 Fahrenheit. That's nuts. I'm sure it's because of the outside door. Maybe we should make a... I can't really make a room. I could cordon it off to keep the middle space warmer, but... Bookshelves next to research tables are supposed to speed up research. Reading bonus. I don't really care about research speed, so I'd rather have them using all the books over there where they can actually sit down. Because we have like 1 or 2 more things to research. I'm going to deconstruct all that and figure out what to do with it. This room being small and enclosed and nobody coming in and out all the time. 7 Celsius, 44 Fahrenheit. Big rooms, bad business. Yeah, the rec room does not get warm enough either. That's interesting. Complex booty. There's an ancient complex nearby. Well, if I had a ship, I might be willing to check that out. Holy bulk goods trader. Anybody have an inspired trade? No. Inspired recruitment. I guess it's not all bad. Inspired taming. Pretty garbage. Alright, well that's massive. Alright, so I'm going to sell $3,858 worth of stuff. I also need to go double check my apparel stacks before I commit to that. I may have way too much stuff here in terms of like, watch this, parka. Whoa. Okay, how many do we really need? Like 6, probably sufficient. 1, 2, 3. Start with the most expensive because they're going to be the best. 4, 5, 6. And I don't know, 7, 8. And then we'll just blast all these out. And then there's like sash. We know we're going to spend some money. We don't have a lot of sashes. Face mask. Just a few of those. Tribal wares. Probably should switch to tribal wear wide open, but I don't have a lot of material to keep remaking this stuff. 4 extra pairs of pants seems good. I don't know about alpaca wool, but whatever. And then shirts. So I managed to score some extra loot there. So we're at about just shy of $10,000 worth of stuff we could buy. Could get a cat, but they always end up freezing to death on me. So I'm not very into animals in this situation. Meat, we're sitting on quite a bit. They have fox fur, which is good to 20 Celsius. It's probably worth picking up some of that. I'll backburner it though. We'll see what else we can find here. think I'm going to sell the obsidian. Do I have any blocks? Do they have any blocks? There's no block for sale here. That's very frustrating. I wonder if I can make walls out of the obsidian. I'm going to test that theory. Does it give me like info on obsidian? That's really weak. It only has 50% hit points to whatever you build out of it. We could make statuary. I probably have some board artists, but we only have 104, so we might as well just get rid of it. I'm going to buy a little bit of wood too. And then if they had anything worthwhile in terms of apparel, it would be really expensive if they did. Cloth parka is not it. Bedrolls, gold we have. So buying all the plasteel, that's what wiped out most of the money. Maybe we buy some fox fur anyways then. It's equivalent to bear fur in terms of how well it helps with the cold. That's just a touch better than cloth. But we have the option. We have the money. I'd really like some blocks, but there it is. We need to expand human zones, so they'll go grab all that stuff for us. Alright, should be able to get some stuff done. Be nice to have block, though. We're still going to need a lot of steel for making defenses. These are 300 steel each, and they're just going to get blown to bits anytime anybody shows up, which is more than a little frustrating. Slate meteorite. Okay, so that is actually fantastic too. We can get our block out of that come summer. Now we've been blighted, so we should probably get on top of that. Where's my other planter at, man? Come on, get busy. So I think I'm going to build the ship next. I think that's going to be massive. Maybe we can find our own Persona core. We do need to start going on some biofuel as well if we're going to go that route. So I made a... Oh, I didn't make a spot yet, but I thought about a spot to do that. I can put it right here. Should be fine. It's pretty stinking cold to have him outside building the ship right now, but I don't know what else to do. Not really something you can build inside. We'll get there. I'm going to babysit it so it doesn't get flubbed. I think we have all of the people brought in as well. So there was like 2 people that, scratch that, 3 that it was worth getting something off of. It is snowing outside. Hard snow, by the way. Just taking turns with Brittany and Arthur, trying to get this built without failing miserably. Someone needs to, oh geez, they're not even warming up at the time, time the other one gets too cold to do anything. Might as well go out there. You can be free, friend. Could have Arthur go out and do some burning now. We brought in all the stuff we wanted to smelt. Oh, I had the wrong person selected. I'm like, why is it going down when they're outside? Arthur lost his inspired taming, too. That's weak sauce. There's going to be 1 polar bear showing up. All right, forget that. That's the one thing I dislike very much about the psionics in this game. They spend... And maybe I just never control these settings properly. Alright, we have a ship, people. Yes. Oh, Brittany, sorry about that. Alright, production. Now, biofuel. So maybe we... Did I just not put that where I wanted it to? Maybe we don't even need to dink around with drop pods in this game. First time ever. Because we have a ship. Assuming it doesn't get destroyed. I wonder if I should... Oh, I took all my stuff out that was protecting it. I think we should fly it in here. Oh, reinstall. It's got no fuel, so I'm going to put it in here just so it's safe. She picked it up. We'll pretend she flew it. It's fine. All right, there you go. Okay, I'm digging that. That's fantastic. Arthur has done his work well. We had a masterwork corset, and that blight was from previous. I bet these are ready to go again. I bought some wood just because we have the cash, and I don't mind spending it at this point. There's not a lot I need. Steel would be nice, but we hopefully now can set up some trades. So, next question is, what do we want to convert into biofuel? It's not going to be wood, which is usually my go-to for this. We're going to need more food. So let's... How far along are these? 35. I'm going to convert... We're making good money on them, but don't do that. Come on, man. I'm just going to convert all these to rice. We don't need a ton of it, but I want to make sure we can get it done. So 10 times, what's that going to take for rice? I'm not really sure. Could be 750. How much do we have? We have a lot. All right, clear all, raw food, vegetables, rice. Okay. And then on the off chance we ever get any insect or yumi meat, let's just go ahead and do that. Okay. All right, somebody get busy. We need to fuel up that ship. And how much fuel are we stuffing in there? We're going to fill it with 400. So the nearest trading partner's way over here. There's these guys are pretty mad at me. These guys are always going to hate us. There's some world quests we could do, though. And given the gear we have, we're not going to have any problem surviving there. I should probably make a few bedrolls. What is this? Fox fur, light leather. Probably it's going to be a 2-people job to get out and do that. So I guess that's where I'm going to have to... Maybe 3. We'll see. Oh, look at this storeroom. It's fantastic to see it so empty, by the way. We're just going to take those and stuff them in there. We may not even need them, but just in case. Now, are we doing our fuel situation? Who's our crafter? Anybody? Yeah, there's lots of people that... Okay. So it is 70. So we're doing 700 rice. That's a tall order. And what are we going to get out of that? Moment of truth. She's carrying Quantos 35. I got 350 fuel. We'll have to see how far away those guys are. We need to make friends with them. One great way to do that, outside of rescuing their people. What is this? We have a bionic leg. Did you get a bionic leg? What did you get? You got a bionic leg. Alright. Oh, he has a gunshot. Old gunshot in the head. She could use a leg. It's because she's sort of down and out from it. Kind and steadfast. Very nice. I might give it to her because she's the one that runs around and distracts enemies when we're in a fight. Do you have the... You still have a shield belt. Alright, well, please leave a like if you're enjoying. Leave a comment. I read them all. I do respond. I appreciate you guys being with me. I love you all, and it is over for today. What is going on, people? Welcome back. Johnny here. We're back on the sea ice. Pushing the first day of winter here in a couple days. It's neg 143 Celsius, neg 224 Fahrenheit, roughly. Sometimes it changes right in the middle of saying that, but we are back. We are out of steel. There are 3 pieces of steel about. I could reclaim some from some of these doors. We have the wood to actually build, but I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it. I really don't. Have an empty bed, so we could take another person. I actually have 2 empty beds. At some point, I have to convert to more food versus money crops. I do keep food going all the time, just to be on the safe side. Hostility for hire. Oh. Well, what do we get for this? A biomutation lance and jade wouldn't be all bad. And it's pretty stinking cold. Looks like we'll have 2 groups. 7 cataphracts. I don't want those. I really don't. What are they going to accept within 2 days? I can't really take 7 people. I could just freeze them straight away and be done with it, but feels rude, right? Poison situation's not what you'd like it to be, but I might have to go back down to here with my poisonous tox packs. So let's just do a dumping zone down there. I don't want to go in the other corners. This one we can't go near because the insects. Not that they'll do much. If I had biofuel going, we could probably make some biofuel out of them. We've made a bionic arm. That's going to be useful because Andy here could use that. So why not? Why not do it straight away? And then one of the good Hey, man. Why did you do that? Siam I am or Mastic. Siam I am. You're in, friend. You lay in the bed. You do the operation. What difference does it matter if it's the middle of the night? We still need sterile floors in here. Thus far, we've done okay in terms of infection, but I still wouldn't mind making some more robots, but that's a whole nother thing I don't have the material for. So Andy's down and out, but that'll speed up all those tasks of making things, and it's time we come out here and deal with some of this. Just to keep the wealth down, I could go for these guys too, but I don't think they actually add any wealth. They might now that they made some tweaks to the game. And oh, Brittany's buffalo wool sash just completely deteriorated away. That's a cloth one. There's a few laying around. What about this one? Cloth. Here's a bear skin one. Go wear that. Oh, got rid of one of my tattered apparel. I haven't really been caring too much about the tattered apparel since the moods have been so positive. What is Arthur on? Inspired taming. Yeah, that's going to get me real far.